Hi, True members, welcome. I am here today to go through a core and ab workout with you. So I am just using my own body weight for most of these exercises. And then I've got a ball handy. You can use a dumbbell, a water bottle, whatever you have at home if you want that extra resistance. We are gonna go ahead and start seated with our feet at the end of the mat, knees bent. So I want you to have lots of space behind you, and we're gonna take that ball or whatever your prop is in front. Now I'm gonna curl my back and roll down. I'm gonna take the ball overhead, get a nice stretch through the torso without lifting the spine, and then I'm gonna curl up. When I get to the top, keep my chest lifted, tall spine, and then twist, twist. So again, we're gonna roll it back, keeping the knees bent. I'm keeping my heels on the mat for this. Roll it up, it's very controlled in both directions, and twist, twist. So it will become obvious to you that if you start light and then work your way up into heavier weight, you work harder. So find the level that challenges you and you can still follow correct form. I'm really thinking about peeling off the mat and then coiling down, pulling the navel in towards the spine, and then just check in with your breathing. We want to get a nice deep breath going back and a nice deep breath coming forward. So once you get to the back, you can take a little inhale and then exhale when you come up just to complete that repetition. We're going to do that one more time. And very good, we're going to go to the next exercise. So again, we're rolling back. When I get to the back, I'm going to pause, and then I'm going to bring the ball forward the same way, but I'm going to bring my right leg up, and then back down as I roll back. Big exhale, left leg up and back down. Really controlled in both directions. Lifting that leg. Thinking about those lower ab muscles working when you lift the leg. My exhale is right there. Option to not use any props at all. And we'll do our last one here. And then we're going to stay seated. So I'm tipped back, and here I'm going to start working side to side. So this may feel like a little bit faster pace because it is. It's a smaller motion. We're keeping the spine tall even though we're tipped back. Now if you want a more difficult version of this, you're going to go ahead and pick the feet up, cross the ankles, and you're going to work side to side. Again, more weight is going to make this more difficult. And we'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, back to the center. So, lying down next, I'm going to put the ball between my knees. You won't hold a weight between your knees, but if you have a weighted ball, you can do this with that. I'm going to take my hands behind my head, curl my shoulders up, and then bring my feet up as well. Now I'm going into a reverse curl where I'm really rolling my spine, lower spine off the mat. So keeping the upper body still and lifted. I'm bringing my knees as close to me as I can, and then I'm just getting a little bit of a tap with the feet there on the mat. Just a little bit of a tap. If you feel this in your lower back, don't go as far. So you're going to modify, and you're going to go to here. Okay, just find the range of motion that works for you. And we're going to do 3 more. Exhale 2. Exhale 1. Okay, and then you're going to take the ball up, starting with the ball in the air. The legs are going to come back up, ankles crossed. You're going to curl up, and we're going to do little pulses. reach, reach. Now, if you need head support for this, you can just set the ball aside or tuck it in, and you're gonna place your fingertips behind your head, keep your elbows wide, and do your pulses that way. Hopefully you're starting to feel a little bit of heat in there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're gonna take the ball in the air, start with the knees bent, and do a bicycle. So as I do this, I'm really targeting those lower abs with the legs moving. If you need to make this a little bit easier, keep the bicycle in closer. If you need to put your head down because your neck is fatiguing, go ahead and do that version. You can still take the legs out. And we'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're gonna set that prop aside, take your arms down by your side, take the legs up. We're gonna do what we call elevators, which is just the smallest motion coming from those deep core muscles. Sometimes we'll refer to our lower abs, and that's what you're working here. If you picture from hip to hip, you have a horizontal muscle. You're working deep into that area. Elevators can also be done with your head lifted. So if you're gonna do that, you've got your hands behind your head, keeping the shoulders curled up and just keeping the upper body nice and still. Make sure you're breathing. It's a really small motion, but it's really effective. From here, we're gonna go into a flutter kick, a little bit more advanced. The legs go out and you're pumping. If you want to, you can take the hands behind, head down. I like the version with the head up, and we'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then the knees come into the chest, and it's gonna feel really good to do a bridge. I want you to think about engaging your core with your glutes on the bridge. You've got your arms down by your side. You're gonna peel your hips off the mat, tighten the glutes, and hold. Now, if you wanted to, you could use the ball between the knees. You could use a towel there, or whatever you have. If you have a yoga block, sometimes just something to place between the knees to press into, and that's going to engage your adductor muscles. And you're working all of that pelvic floor, lower ab region with the inner thighs. And we're gonna hold 5 more counts. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you're gonna try to articulate your spine on the way down. 1 vertebra at a time. And pull your knees into your chest. So from here, I'm gonna have you roll up, lay on your side. We're gonna do planking. When you do side planking, you wanna make sure that your shoulder is healthy. If this bothers your shoulder, I've got modifications, and I will demonstrate those here. So we're gonna start with the feet stacked, the body's in a straight line, just line yourself up with the mat. And we're gonna go up into that plank, hand on the hip, or you can position it on the floor, and we're just holding the plank. Modifications would be staggering the feet or bending the bottom knee. What we're trying to do is lift and elevate through the waistline so that we're working those oblique muscles, working the side of the torso. We're gonna hold 10 more counts. Whatever position works for you, that's what you wanna use here. Challenge yourself safely. And bring it down. Now, we're gonna go into a side leg lift. So I'm gonna have you lay all the way down with your head tucked on your arm, and then we're gonna make sure the legs are straight out from the body, and we're gonna do a double leg lift. When you do this, your focus is on the side of the body. Exhale, lift. Think about lifting from the waist. Should be starting to feel that waist. This side here is working. We'll do 2 more, and then we're gonna finish with an isometric. Hold at the top. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down, bend your knees, press yourself up. Quick change over to the other side. Back in position, legs straight. Go right into those lifts. We'll save the side plank on this side for afterwards. Exhale, lift. Again, really light on the arms. Think about the waistline. Keep the legs together. The legs are moving as a unit as far as you can go. 2 more. Up and hold. Make sure you're breathing. Almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Get set for side plank, whichever leg position you want. You can take this hand to the hip. You want to make sure your hips are stacked. You can take the arm in the air if you'd rather. And remember, the easiest version of this is to come down to your knee. So if you're on the knee, you've got more support. It's less load on the shoulder. The elbows should be positioned right under the shoulder. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. The last thing we're going to do is turn over so we're face down. Take one leg behind, and then the other, and you're in a push-up plank. If you need to, you can do this on your forearms, which is going to look like this. And you can just hold that plank, or you can do an alternating leg lift. When you do these, you want to make sure your body's staying nice and still. The hips should be still. They're not rocking. And then the last version of this is a side tap. You can do this either in the forearm plank or the push-up plank. Keeping the chin away from the chest. Your eyes should be right there on the mat in between your hands. And finish your last one. Come to your knees and we'll do a little back stretch. Just to release the tightness if you built any up through the core workout. Remember, the stretching is just as important as the strengthening. And then as you slide your hands in, you can give yourself a hand. We are done with that core and ab workout. Have a great day.